but like, so I feel like you have to walk a couple steps back because I don't understand how it got here.
Okay. So, first of all, hi everybody. Welcome to Mean Girls
Mean Girls
Interrupted.
Interrupted. Hi.
We are sorry, not sorry that we've kind of been skipping episodes. We've been busy, and also we really wanted to do something special for you guys. Which, spoiler alert, for sure up top.
Yeah,
If you
really.
guys are planning on watching this movie, it is currently in theaters. It just released. It is Poor Things, starring
But
Emma Stone, Emma Defoe, or Emma Defoe.
Emma Defoe.
It's just Emma Stone playing everyone.
it's, it's Emma Defoe and also
Emma Ruffalo.
Emma Ruffalo
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
a lot of other
And a lot of other
directed
Emmas.
Directed by Emma Lanthimos.
Yes. So we're doing Poor Things this week, but John wants
But
me to
how did
pedal
you
back.
yeah, how did you get so Travis, if you're on the YouTube channel, you can see that Travis has an Emma Stone tote bag of Poor Things.
Yeah.
So how did
So,
this happen? That's so crazy and random.
okay. So off the pod, I'll tell you something also crazy and random that happened the day that I picked this up because I can't tell you right now.
Oh, was it Emma Stone was in the store because she's from Phoenix?
No, I totally wish that would
Yeah.
have been so rad. No, but it's like a cool personal thing for me.
Okay, cool.
So I'll tell you afterwards. But so the store, this vintage clothing store that I shoot for on occasion,
Antique Sugar.
Antique Sugar, they're the best in the Phoenix area. If you're ever in the Phoenix area and you're looking for vintage clothing,
I would
go to
also
Antique
argue
Sugar.
best in a lot of areas.
They're best in a lot of areas. They're highly curated. They do things by eras. They have things dating all the way back to the 1920s, all the way to the 90s now, because 90s is vintage. So, if anyway, enough, not even enough about them. I love them more than anything in the world. I truly do.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's Fox Searchlight or Searchlight Pictures. It was Fox Searchlight, right?
Right, but now Disney owns Fox, and now it's just Searchlight.
So Searchlight reached out
to them. Disney.
So Disney reached out to them because they do a thing every year called 30 Days of Halloween, where they create costumes that people say you're struggling to find a costume. Every single day of October, they have a new costume that people can potentially buy.
Oh, nice.
And they create it with everything. So Searchlight, I guess, was a fan of theirs and was like, hi, we love what you guys do. Our character, Bella Baxter, played by Emma Stone, we want you to create a costume based off of the stuff you have in here. And also, we have a ton of stuff for you. We want to send you a shitload of merch and free tickets to give away to go watch Poor Things.
Did you get a free ticket?
I'd already paid for my tickets and I told them I didn't want them because I wanted people to go in the store because you had to go in the store to get the merch, right?
Yeah, it's promotion. It's grassroots promotion.
It's grassroots promotion. And I was like, well, I'm already paid for the tickets. I'm not going to take from somebody.
That's amazing.
Some college student who wanted to go and see it.
Yeah.
So Antique Sugar put a thing on there. Hey, if you guys want free tickets, free tote bags, free sunglasses, free postcards, they have postcards.
So were the sunglasses those little tiny sunglasses?
Yes.
Did you get some?
Yes. And they come in a case.
Yeah.
So they come in like this little orange case and Poor Things is written on them. And they have postcards of all of her beautiful costumes.
We have to get into that.
And her accordion. It's like this accordion style like thing, which I'm never going to use these cards ever.
Okay, cool. But I have to see it. Do you have it with you?
It's in the bag. Do you want me to pull them out?
Yeah, bring it over.
Okay, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, he's walked back. He's now back. We have the tote bag in question.
Okay, I'm back now. Let me just go ahead and put my headphones back in. Okay, so here's the tote bag in question.
Okay.
It's really incredible.
Yeah. By the way, this episode's about Poor Things.
It's about Poor Things, and also
But Travis in Phoenix has gotten the merch. I feel like it's also targeted because Emma Stone is of Phoenix.
Yeah, she's from Scottsdale, so I thought it would be a bigger draw. But so here's like the postcards.
Oh, very cool. Oh, wow.
I can't tell if it's backwards. It is.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh man, I love specialty merch. I just
Right.
love it. These
So
are all shots that are in the movie,
yeah. Oh,
all gorgeous.
let's stunning. So I didn't get a t-shirt though because A, I would never fit into it. And
Where are these
B,
sunglasses?
I'm pulling them out and putting them
Ooh,
on.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Her iconic sunglasses. Yeah.
They don't have like the little holes
It's
in them
like
like they
a
did.
version of it. Yes.
Yeah. So they were like, let's give iconic glasses to
Yeah.
icons.
I think it's amazing. Congratulations to Antique Sugar, who's been like just doing antique sugar things for a really long time and getting like recognition from Disney.
Not even recognition from just Disney. Like a couple years ago, Oprah claimed them to be the best vintage store in Arizona.
Well, they are one of the best vintage stores, like in a lot of more
In a
than
lot of
just
different
Phoenix and Arizona.
right. And they have a website that you guys can seriously go shop. I'm not joking. Like
Yeah.
they have pieces that literally will blow your mind. And you're like, how did you acquire this? Where did
Yeah.
you get this?
Also, like the owner is so nice. I've only met her once because I rented her Airbnb once.
Wait, which one? They're dual owners, best friends. It's basically you and me, but in like
Oh,
straight girl
okay.
version.
Yeah, I just remembered
Was it Sarah or Anna? Sarah. You rented
dark
it from
hair.
Sarah. Yes.
Okay, cool. And it was like a downtown adjacent, probably isn't even there anymore, but it was a while ago. And so like my brother was coming into town and I was like, oh, let's just rent out a little cute spot that's close to everything. And you had already been working with Antique Sugar for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then while it was back in the days of Airbnb whenever you still like had it was likely that you would be shown around and given a key by the host.
Right.
And so she showed me around, showed me the things, and was like, "Here's the key." And then and I was like, "Oh, so what do you do?" Blah blah blah. And she was like, "Oh, I just own a vintage shop called Antique Sugar." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like my friend Travis, like I think you know him." And she was like, "Yeah, oh my god." So yeah, but it was
Wait, that's
cute.
so wild
I
because the thing
know.
is, I was just talking to her about you the other day because she was
Yes.
like, we were talking about Poor Things and how you and I have been waiting since it's been announced for this to come
Yeah.
out. And she was like, I can't wait for the costumes. How do I work on a movie in costumes? I said, well, let me talk to my friend John. Maybe he knows somebody.
Well, who knows? I feel like, things are, I mean, I think you just have to like find a friend.
She'll find her way. I think the thing is she's like she loves this sort of stuff. She loves costumes.
Yeah.
Obviously she owns a vintage store where she heavily curates
Yeah,
like
it's
some
like
of the most amazing pieces.
it's the best vintage. Not just I would are obviously in the Phoenix area in Arizona, but also I would argue like elsewhere.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. But
They're
anyway,
they're amazing.
that's so cool and like relevant to the movie.
Really like right. So I'm like, here we are.
Yeah. So yeah, Travis and I saw Poor Things at the exact same time today because we're sliding
Accidentally.
doorsing.
We
So,
accidentally went to the exact same showing in different time zones. And he texts me and he goes, hi, I'm going to watch Poor Things right now. And I was like, wait a minute. So am
yeah,
I?
it's sliding doors.
I
It
thought that you
is.
had already watched it, to be honest.
No, because I saw two movies this weekend.
What?
Poor Things today, and then I went to the Vista, which is newly opened down the way. Um, I saw a really sad, depressing Holocaust movie called
Oh,
Zone of Interest,
uh-oh.
and it was interesting,
Ah,
but it was also very like heavy and very like realistic and really like a bummer.
well, yes,
So
naturally.
yeah, as it would. And I was just like, oh God. But then I saw it with a couple of friends and um it's at the Vista, which shut down during the pandemic, but then Quentin Tarantino revamped it and opened it back up.
Oh,
And and in the lobby now. I was gonna send this to you, but I'll just show it to you here. Also, if you're on YouTube, you can see it. But I took a picture. They have like this little kill. Oh, also there used to be an ice cream shop like in the right next to the box office, and they are revamping it into guess what?
Wait.
How
Okay.
how much are our minds linked here? Because it's a coffee shop that they're opening soon. What would you think that this coffee shop is named?
Oh no, I have no.
So, okay, let's reverse engineer it. Who was okay? Quentin Tarantino now owns this theater.
Of course.
So he did a movie called Foxy Brown, starring Pam Grier,
Are you serious?
and she stars in a movie called Coffee.
Are you joking? Is it
It's called Coffee's Coffee, and
that is incredible?
it's incredible. And the sign is out, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so amazing. And the people, the two that I was with, I was just like, oh, that's so funny, that's hilarious. And I was like, it's gonna be Coffee's Coffee, and they were like, what? And I was
Okay,
like, Travis needs to be here.
so for
Like,
all of you out there who have not watched Coffee with
yeah,
Pam Grier, stop what you're doing right now. Go watch that, then come back to
yeah,
this.
because now at the Vista is going to be it's the Vista Theater now owned by Quentin Tarantino. Gorgeous inside. It's like old school art house. Anyway, and it was just it's so there's Coffee's Coffee outside,
Oh,
and I can't wait for that to happen. It's amazing. It even has coffee as like a character on the sign.
that's incredible.
I know it was so good. I thought of you, but yeah. So and inside of the Vista Theater and the by the concession stand, there is this. If you're on YouTube, you can see it. It's oh no.
Oh, yes. I'm
It's
not
the actual
joking.
costume of a little exhibit
Okay, hold
of
up. Let me tell you
you can see
that.
the face. It's like a whole
Oh,
sculpture.
I
It's
know. I see
crazy.
everything. The
Yeah.
thing is, though, is honestly, the fact that she was only in that movie for a few moments,
Lasting impression.
I will never forget about her. And I think, truthfully, she's one of the most well rounded,
Yeah.
even though her part, I'll never forget her. John,
Well,
she's a
like the
gay icon.
backstory.
In my
Yeah.
opinion, she's a gay icon.
She is a gay icon. Gogo Yubari is gay rights.
She is gay rights. She's amazing. She truly is so
Yeah,
incredible.
I think so too. So that was really exciting. That happened on Saturday.
I am
And,
jealous. I really am trying to get out there. I promise you.
you have to do it. It's
I'm
so much fun.
I'm trying so bad to get out there at some point. I just don't know how or when it's going to happen because my redacted, who by the way was like, make sure you tell John I say hi,
Oh, well, say hi
is,
to Pat. Redacted.
is having his knee surgery. Did I tell you about that?
You told me that it was looming.
Oh yes, knee replacement coming up beginning of the year, January 2nd.
Ugh.
So I'll be home for the entire week, but I'll be working from home because I'm not trying to take my vacation when I know I can work, especially
Yeah.
since he's going to be on sedatives and he'll be sleeping a lot.
You're going to be working.
I'm going to work because I may as well.
Yeah. But that sucks. But you give Redacted all my best.
Oh, of course I will.
Did you get your Christmas present yet?
I have not.
It said it's been delivered.
When was it supposed to be
Oh
delivered?
no. Let's see here. This is a show about poor things. Let's see. So it was just the other day. And do. Yeah, it says shipment has been delivered.
To where? To my home or to like a holding facility by chance?
It says 11485. Oh, right. Were those the numbers though?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm hitting track a package. This is what we do here on Mean Girls Interrupted. Do. A parcel locker.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Do you know
And
where that
when was,
is?
yes, I do. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, 12/16, so just 2 days ago.
Oh, that means my redacted has not checked the mail in 2 days.
Oh, do you have a parcel locker?
Yeah, I don't check the mail.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. So it'll be like a little present for you.
Yes, I
But
can't wait.
also, I also got when after the really depressing Holocaust movie, I got you another present that I need to send out. And I think you're very much going to appreciate it. And I'm like half a mind to show you right now.
Okay, don't show me because
Okay.
John, it's so weird that you're saying this right now
Interesting.
because I was at the antique store today
Uh-huh.
and I have something for you.
Oh my gosh, we are sliding doors. We're like if Gwyneth Paltrow and sliding doors like became best friends with the other sliding doors, Gwyneth
Right.
Paltrow.
It's super small. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm not joking. I spent $4 on it. So, but it's so cool. You're going to
Okay.
have so much appreciation for it. It's actual pop culture.
Ooh, same here. I also got you
But,
a pop culture thing. I think you're gonna love it.
and I'll tell you right now, the issue was
Oh.
released January 1986.
Oh,
And I won't tell you issue of what.
I'm gonna guess, but you don't say yes or no.
I won't.
Is it X-Men?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Like the X-Men issue that came out.
Nope.
But
It's not an X-Men issue. It's something that's a little more, how do I want to say it? Risque.
oh, is it Playgirl?
Close.
All right, cool. I'm gonna stop guessing.
Close, but no cigar.
Okay, all right, all right. I'm gonna stop
But you're
guessing.
so close. But I will tell you that I did see a Playgirl magazine there and it had Richard Gere on it. And I wanted to buy it just because. But
Richard
I
Gere was
didn't.
on Playgirl.
Yes, he was. But that doesn't mean he showed
Oh,
anything.
oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I
Yeah.
did see a Playgirl. Also, they are wrapped up. So just
Oh,
FYI. But that doesn't mean somebody didn't, you
gotcha. Is
know.
this at Antique Sugar?
No. It's a place called Antique Trove. And it is a
Mm.
trove of antiques. It's huge. And John, I was in there for 2 hours and I could not, like, for the life of me.
Yeah, Phoenix has crazy antiquing.
It does.
Like those warehouses where people like rent out
That's
nooks
what
of
this
their
is. That's what
collections.
this is.
Yeah.
It's a huge,
Was it
huge
on
building.
7th? Well,
That
on
was on
7th?
Scottsdale Road, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's on Scottsdale Road across from a strip club called Bones.
Bones and Band-Aids.
Bones and Band-Aids. So
Band-Aids.
there we are.
You
Man,
remember
of
Band-Aids?
course I remember Band-Aids. Also, I remember seeing one in Phoenix and I can't remember the name, TNA. I'm like very on the nose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on brand. But anyway, poor things.
Poor things. And here's the thing. Here's the poor things for all of you. Um, I don't think that we should. I think we should definitely abridge this because I 100% don't want to spoil this movie for anybody.
Yeah, and also it has a really simple storyline.
It is simple, it's simplistic, but also it's
Yeah.
very deep.
Yeah,
It's
it's deep and profound. It's metaphorical.
it
It's
is.
gorgeous.
It stunning. Stunning.
Hunting. Emma
This
Stone has got taste.
honestly,
Yeah.
this, like, for me, she was already in the top tier for me, but like this solidified everything I've always thought about her.
Yeah,
Especially after The
absolutely.
Favorite, which she did with the director of
With
this.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yep.
And she shared the screen with what's her face? Lover. Played the Queen lady.
Yeah, of course. We
That one.
know her name. We know her name. I swear we know her name.
We totally know her name. Okay. Yeah. So
It's fine.
And also Rachel Weisz was like her counterpart.
Oh my God. That was an amazing movie.
It was
The Favorite
good.
was seriously an incredible movie.
I can't believe it's come out so long ago. I saw that one in the theater too.
Same.
Yeah.
So,
And
but I mean, honestly, if you're going for visuals, you will not be let down.
You won't be let down. With Poor Things, those visuals were totally insane.
How much did this movie cost? Because I have to know.
I still haven't re-upped my form of payment after fraudulent activity to
That's
my
totally
my
okay.
source. However, Rotten Tomatoes, I have the box office gross.
So I see the budget of 35 million.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
So I see 35 million as a budget for this.
Yeah, that makes sense. It looks 35 million, if not even more. And yeah, so the box office gross was $661,000.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a prestige film. It's a prestige film. I
I
don't
don't.
think it was profitable at all, but
Mm-mm.
um just like, I know a lot of people in LA have seen it.
It's not. I can tell you right now, it will not be making its money back. There's
Yeah.
absolutely no way. And I think
Uh,
because people don't really know what the movie is.
Yeah, and also I think with Searchlight, which was Fox Searchlight, which is all Disney, it's going to go straight onto Hulu, and Hulu doesn't need to purchase the movie. You know what I mean? Because it's
Mm.
already owned by the same company.
But that's also a bummer.
Yeah, it's bummer because like with say for instance, May December was purely independent,
Yeah.
bought up by Netflix, so they
Yep.
made money.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I don't know.
I don't think it's I not by any fault of the movie,
Yeah, I
but
hope
it's
it. I
not
just
going to make its money
yeah,
back.
and I mean it'll. That's probably why they're pushing so hard for awards. Uh, is because it can potentially earn. It'll have a higher earning if it does win because people will watch it on Hulu and things like that. And,
Also, I don't think it has a hard time. I don't think it's going to have a hard time winning awards.
yeah, that's obviously people at the top of their game. Emma Stone plays Bella Baxter, who
Mark Ruffalo was incredible, dude.
yeah, the sneak
Incredible.
attack, sneak
I
attack.
I'm like, okay, he went from the Hulk to hulking out in this role.
Yeah,
He is so good in this movie. He's
it's really
so
good.
good in this movie.
It's super good. I mean, he's always good, but he's always sort of just like not really given an opportunity with character to do something like this. And
No.
what he's doing on screen is really good. And whenever he started talking the way he was talking, the first moment I was like, "Ooh, are we gonna succeed?" And he totally succeeded. Like the sentence immediately after, I was like, "Oh my god!"
10 times over, he succeeds in this movie.
Yeah, I would say it's a supporting role Oscar nomination for sure.
What's so crazy though is like even though he was a supporting role, it felt like the two of them were sharing a main role.
Absolutely. And I don't think that was supposed to be the case, but I think it's what
No,
Mark Ruffalo is doing
no.
that just like makes it sing all the more.
Their chemistry, they matched so well in this movie.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine
Hmm.
another person being in that part.
No, Mark Ruffalo totally killed it. It's
We
so
can't
weird.
we can't I honestly is it okay? Is it kind of crazy that I don't really want to talk? I don't want to like give away anything in this.
No, totally. Except the fact that we have to give away that there are hybrid pets, and I
Oh,
want one.
John, the chicken pig.
The chicken pig,
The chicken pig, I was like, what is
the
this? Oh,
the chicken pig, and
also,
also there's a chicken. There's a no, like there's like a goose. There's a goose Frenchie.
there's a goose Frenchie. There's a goose goat. There's a
Uh,
goose
I think
goat,
it's a swan goat.
swan goat. It's a swan goat.
It's a swan goat,
You are right.
and it's all crazy Frankensteiny
You guys, this movie's
creatures
so
around.
okay. When you were watching this movie, since we're not going to give anything away, I really don't want to give
Sure,
anything away.
yeah,
I
but
really want people to watch this movie.
I do too. Everybody needs to see Poor Things for sure.
Nudity. There is no shortage of it in this movie. If you don't,
Casual nudity, I would call it.
I would call it more than casual.
Casual in its delivery and display.
It's casual in its delivery and display. Yes, it's not okay. Maybe gratuitous is not the. Did I say gratuitous?
Oh, no, but definitely. Oh, wait, no. The rating system says graphic nudity, disturbing material, and strong sexual content.
I will say the material is, if you can wrap your head around, okay, we should say this is sci-fi and fantasy. So whatever you want to believe about this, you can.
It's steampunk in ways.
It is steampunk for sure. It's Island of Dr. Moreau. It is Frankenstein. This movie is so crazy.
Set in the Victorian dystopia.
I don't even know where it's
It's
set.
like a parallel Victorian London world. And yeah, and it's somewhat dystopian, an exaggerated version of reality.
It is.
But beautiful and gorgeous.
It's so masterful.
Filmed on film, but
which is so, I was going to say he only does film, but those skies, those cotton candy skies, those
cotton candy skies, the
nebulas when they're on the boat. I'm like, what? It's so good.
Like, and there's sort of like this backdrop of like industrialness and pollution. Because whenever she's in London and sneaks out to the roof, the sky is never not like smoggy as hell.
Right.
And it's gorgeous anyway.
Can I tell you? Okay. When she sneaks onto the roof and Mark Ruffalo's character is up there, when he climbs up and it's still in black and white, John, it looked like a painting.
It did.
This movie looks like a painting.
It does. It does. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the cinematographer.
It's so, oh my gosh, dude.
Who also did The Favorite, obviously. Let's see. I should have been ready.
That's totally okay. I don't think either of us are ready. I really want to talk about it, but also at the same time, this is
Robbie Ryan. Sorry. Yes, Robbie Ryan is the cinematographer.
Congratulations to Ryan. Hats off.
Good for you, Robbie Ryan, knowing your stuff.
Robbie Ryan also sounds like somebody who would have been on one of the first 5 seasons of American Idol.
Yeah. Welcome to the stage, Robbie Ryan.
Does it not?
It does. Definitely a top 10, but doesn't quite make it to the win.
No, probably is eliminated at either 5 or 6, but people shouldn't have pulled the rug out from under him because they didn't know.
He deserved to win, but there was an awful lot of upset teenagers overvoting.
True. And also the producers were like, we got to throw some of these votes out.
Yeah. So Robbie Ryan killed it on Poor Things. And so did everybody else.
Oh, I do want to talk.
Well, let's
give them the premise. So for people out there who don't know the premise, John, take it away.
Oh, okay. So it's definitely it's a movie that has an opening credits sequence that you have to read on the border. So whenever you're watching it and streaming, that might get cut off. So with the aspect ratio. So it opens up on
the most gorgeous dress you will ever see in your life.
Yeah. Bella.
That blue dress.
Yeah.
I can't even explain to you.
I was watching. I know what you mean.
Oh my!
And it's the lens and the camera that's doing all of it.
I know, but you want to know what? That lens and camera, they couldn't have done it without the quality. I don't know who designed the wardrobe of this.
True. I mean, I feel like, another
stunning,
Oscar
and it was only the back of the dress.
Yeah, I know. And also that sort of that armored.
It looked like an armadillo
sleeve. And I saw that and I was like, Travis is going to definitely notice that.
John, I was tripping. I was like, oh my God, this is the work.
It was the opening shot, gorgeous. A zoom, lots of zooms, which I'm so happy about cinema bringing back the zoom in movies. It's so dramatic.
It's so, and, oh,
There,
her
there were,
falling, I was like, oh my God, like
yeah.
imagine that's the dress you die in.
I mean, you have to. I mean,
There's
I'm
no
sure,
other way.
like if you are of means, you're going out in your fanciest, highest design
I don't,
by suicide.
right.
So she picked a gorgeous dress to dive off of the London Bridge, and that's
If
for
you're
sure.
for real,
Um, but yeah, I feel like this is going to be nominated for the best costume award for sure because
John,
every single Bella look was
not
iconic to Bella.
okay, but first, not even just Bella's look. Let's talk about
True.
Harry. When Harry's sitting there, Harry is the very fine black man who she's talking to, who tells her that philosophy's bullshit.
Oh,
Whenever,
that's Gerard Carmichael.
oh, well, good
He's
for
a
him.
gay comedian.
Oh, I love him. But you want to know what? His jacket, I don't know how they pressed this. It looked
Yeah.
AI. It didn't even look real.
No, he had a great fashion as well.
So did Martha. Isn't her name Martha, the
The
older
older
woman?
lady, yeah, she had great fine fashions as well.
Her hair, that hair piece. I
Yeah.
cannot get over the fashion in this movie. The wardrobe
Also,
was incredible.
speaking of hair pieces, what about
Stunning.
Emma Stone's
Stunning.
unit?
No, I will never.
It was so good. It was
You want to
really
know
good.
who could take some notes? I won't
Who?
say the name out loud.
Okay, but I want to know.
You already know.
Do I know?
Whose hair pieces could use a little help in some of their
Okay.
films?
Okay, so I saw this movie at an AMC.
You did?
Uh-huh. And guess who greeted us in the beginning?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. And she can take some notes for units for sure.
John, her hair.
Yeah.
First off, how do you even have a wig that long?
I don't know. I feel like it's a mixture of extensions and wiggery.
But you know what? All of
Yeah.
it, that was not synthetic.
It was human hair. It was
That was
human
not
ass hair.
synthetic. How many inches it was? Nobody will know. To
Lots
the
of
floor,
them.
bitch.
Yeah.
She served in that hair color.
It was a unit. I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm also yeah. So this movie starts off with that, and then we sort of have this whole mysterious beginning with Emma Stone as Bella, who is sort of like this bumbling adult baby. And
Yes.
I thought at the time, I was like, they should have just called this movie Adult Baby. And she's an adult baby. And we come to find out that she's sort of this Frankenstein monster from Willem Dafoe, who is her dad in a lot of ways, her creator. And
Who she calls God.
right, because it's short for his real name,
Godwin.
Yeah.
Godwin.
And yeah, his face is all messed up. He has a lot of different ailments, and he's like a very experimental doctor surgeon person.
Yes.
And he has this whole little world of like makeshift experiments, experimenting on live things that are just walking around. So he knows how to reanimate people. That's the thing. And he has chosen to reanimate Bella by taking out. So whenever Bella just was very sad and suicidal, and she dove to her death off the London Bridge, and she was recovered by Willem Dafoe. And it's revealed that she was pregnant at the time, like very, very pregnant. And so being dead, he was like, the obvious choice was to take.
Which was humorous, by the way. He's
I
like,
know.
obviously. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. So his the only thing then in his mind to do was to take out the baby, take the baby's brain out, take Bella's brain out, and then do a Freaky Friday switch of baby brain into Bella brain.
Which is mama's body, which makes her not only mom, but also mom and daughter.
Mom and baby. And so yeah, so then he reanimates Bella, and it's this adult baby
which
learning how to
is,
walk and talk and eat and do things. And
but
it's a
she advances so quickly.
yeah. And she also, it's a coming of age story.
Sure, I would say so.
Yeah. Finding out what's good, but mostly what's good for Bella is
Apples. She loves
apples,
apples.
apples, cucumbers, grabbing,
Anything really.
yeah, grabbing hairy naughty parts.
She
What was the
called it.
term?
She called it. What? Oh my gosh!
My hairy what?
I laughed at that part so
It was
much.
good. It was good. You have to watch the movie, I guess. But I mean, yeah. And so, sexual stimulation
Yes,
is
she
on
loves it.
Bella's mind. It's her one true north of living life once she
And boy,
discovers
does
it.
she live.
She lives and she laughs
And
and she loves.
she loves a lot.
Yeah, and people live, laugh, and love all over her too. And
She's not phased by it.
she's not phased, but she's experiencing it in a clinical way.
She is.
She's like a scientist of like getting nasty.
She is a scientist of getting nasty.
Are you a scientist of getting nasty, Travis?
Not in the way that she is by any means.
Yeah, she's fully research. She's research and development. She is R&D.
She is research and development. She is research and development team
of nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves it.
She loves it. But who doesn't love getting nasty?
I'm sure there's some out there who don't.
That's true. It's true. We are accepting of all peoples.
We are.
Here at Mean Girls Interrupted.
She is not asexual. If that's
no, she is asexual.
Yeah, she is very much that.
But she is sort of, because she's so precious and new and amazing. Her dad and her
creator
and her scientist love interest
fiance,
right, who's played by Rami Youssef, who's also a comedian. What? Crazy.
Okay, but the thing is, it's like this movie is actually very comical.
It's funny all the time, and there's even the sex scenes, while they're like, oh well, that's graphic, it's funny. Yeah.
That weird spider dance that the guy does while his balls are dangling. Yeah. John, I was like, what is this madness?
My first thought was like, this actor showed up today on set, probably cold soundstage, and was like, you know what?
Oh, let's talk about those sets though.
Yeah. Oh, the sets for sure.
John, holy, they spared no expense on.
We are doing settery to the set.
They're incredible.
They are incredible sets. And it's production design to the most masterful.
To the max. Yeah.
To the max.
But not HBO Max, just to the max.
To the Ava Max. And I think it's such an old school way of filmmaking that I'm like, yeah, like with like the obvious sound stages, the obvious sets, but like so heightened and very, very German expressionists in a lot of ways. It's so good.
I can't even express to you how watching this movie was just
eye candy.
There wasn't one thing where I was like, it was a new thing. Every scene, you're like, how is this even possible?
How is it possible? How are we using so many different lenses in one movie that do different things? There's that one lens where it's in color. Oh, the
where it is so
the vignette thing.
Okay. Normally, I hate vignettes. So, okay, but here's the thing. There's a difference between a vignette and a fisheye. So we have
Got
the
it.
fisheye lens, which creates, obviously, they use various different versions of the fisheye lens because they wouldn't have been able
Yeah.
to do the carriage scene without a super wide angle. But they have the
Hmm.
fisheye lens, which reminds me of Tim Walker, who is a photographer. He shoots with Tilda Swinton all the time. They have
Is it
iconic
like
imagery.
is it the perfectly round
So
fisheye?
he, yes and no. He uses a lot of fisheye, but the perfectly round is going to create that circular vignette where it looks
Yeah.
like the world. And then we have I don't know what the aperture is on this. It has to be in the negatives because
Yeah.
when they are doing some of the scenes, the background is blurred out so well, but the scenery behind it creates like these shapes, these lit shapes like circles, ovals.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a lens thing and something that I've noticed in a
It's
lot of
so
movies that
good.
use an aspherical lens.
Yes,
I don't know if it's aspherical lens that's doing it, but it's like it's almost like distorting the background into concentric circles.
it does.
Yeah, I
So,
love that.
John, the
Yeah.
amount and the fact that they shot this on film, I can't even tell you. I think I saw an interview the other day of Mark Ruffalo saying how many takes it took with the sequence and the dance when she starts doing the dance, which is
Yeah.
so hilarious. And the fight scene at the end, I don't even,
It's just chaos at that point.
it is chaos, but like, I, 40 takes is what Mark Ruffalo said.
Makes a
40.
lot of sense.
Or did they have to splice those 40 takes together or do it in one? Because let me tell you, film is not cheap.
No, it's not, especially now.
And if it took 40 takes to get that sequence, I don't know
That's
if they cut it, but
that's $35 million. That's where
that's a
it'll get you.
lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been like catching interviews and things about like whatever. There's an interview with the cinematographer that talks about that dance sequence, and he talks about the different types of lenses they've been using throughout, and how they had a like a fisheye 40 like 40 millimeter or something like that. Does
Okay,
that make
yeah, yeah,
sense?
yeah, 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 yeah.
And like yeah, and they decided like whenever the fight started to break out to just switch to that fisheye, the perfectly round one, and then do it as a handheld. And it's the only handheld shot in the whole movie. And
That
I'm just
is
like,
wild.
they did it very like improvisational and was very like collaborative, and it
It,
wasn't it wasn't like a policed like cinematography execution. It was a lot of intuition and improvisation,
it's
and
so good
boy
that
does
scene.
it work.
When she's in her dress and all you see is her feet and the foot looks so big because of the spherical
Yeah,
lens, I
exactly.
actually laughed. I was like, this is crazy.
It's so crazy, it's so creative, and it's so fun, and it's such like it's a great adventure movie. It's like,
It is an adventure.
yeah,
And
and
it's through
then
the eyes of somebody who's like,
experiencing it for the first time.
yes, but also doesn't realize where she comes from or how she became to be.
Right, right. And she does figure out some hard, dark truths.
She does, which we won't
And
go into.
yeah,
Every character in this movie was absolutely incredible.
yeah. And the acting was amazing. I think,
The lady who ran the excuse me whorehouse, and I say that with all due respect, girl, do
yeah,
you do them and get paid
yeah,
for it.
exactly. Yeah, that she was really good. Whenever
She
she
was
started character
good.
acting, I was like, oh, this is something we don't see a lot of
It
anymore.
was so good.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
see a lot of like that delicious, like chewing up the scenery side character actor who also is
hairy business. She touched
Harry.
my hairy
She
business.
touched my hairy business. She
That's
did.
what it is. It's hairy business. No, but go back to okay. So go back to yes, the character acting.
Speaking of
The
hairy business,
John,
the prostitution,
so good.
the sex working.
Was so
Um,
funny. I loved it.
yeah.
Um, I have to say this, and it was something before I got just distracted right now.
Oh wait, the reveal of the mistress of the whorehouse.
Yes,
Um, it's revealed that she's covered in tattoos.
absolutely covered.
I loved that
Me
detail.
too.
I was like, you better fucking work, you goddamn old bitch.
John, I lived. And also, this is something I need to note for everybody out
Yeah.
here. Whoever the dialogue in this movie is
Yeah.
some of the best dialogue. It is so witty.
Yeah.
It is like, and it comes from a person who has no filter, which makes
Yeah.
it so much better because there are no inhibitions, there are no cares, and I
You're
love it.
saying everything that comes to your mind because you have the faculties to articulate it.
She's so
And
smart and intelligent, but she says everything in this form where it's like, I don't
yeah.
know any other way to express this to you.
Yeah. This was based on a book that was
Was it?
published in the 90s by Alistair Gray, and he is dead now. But
Oh, rest in peace.
rip Alistair Gray. And it but from what I understand is that the perspective of the book and the novel is about Bella, but told through perspectives of other people.
Which makes sense because she would
She
have
wouldn't be able to
interacted.
talk, yeah. So or write down those thoughts or whatever. But I mean,
Yeah, because
so
when she's sending the postcards, there it's basically in riddles. She's sending that she doesn't really know how to write in the way that.
but she's deep throating a tran. What? Like
That
this is
drawing is hilarious.
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. She's got sex on the brain, that's for sure.
John, I think that Emma Stone, like, how
How
does she
yeah.
how does she
How does an A-list prestige she's found her way into prestige category and
how
like
did she
how does
do
she get
this?
away with this kind of a thing? And
This
also
movie's
she's
this
she's
movie
gonna
is crazy as
it's
hell.
crazy and anybody I feel like a lot of actresses with this gratuitous sexual
It is very
stuff
sexual. You guys stop
it's
being prudes.
nasty.
Go into this movie and be like, you know what? You want to know what? There was a scene that made me very uncomfortable when she was the lady of the night.
Uh-huh. Which one?
The
There was a
dad,
lot.
the dad bringing the sons to show them as
Oh, right.
education
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
It
That
made
was
me.
cringy. Yeah.
And you know what? The way she was spelling it out for the kids as they were taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
These teenage boys
Like,
in
take
Paris,
notes.
France.
Yeah.
John, that scene was so wild. And I
It
was
was
like,
wild. It was even wilder than whenever she has the ball gag in, like hanging from
ah,
her hands,
comes
and
humping her leg.
the guy is getting down with her thigh.
That's it.
I was
She's
like,
just hanging there, hung up.
cool.
But you want to know what? What's so crazy is she's in this harness and she still happens to wear this like
Yeah.
bolero jacket with these insane
Fashion.
This is a fashion film on steroids.
It's like it's like creeping on fashion.
It's so good.
Fashion creeps.
I can't express to you guys how much.
Yeah. Perving out on fashion.
Obviously, I think you guys know where we stand on this. I don't really want to go into because the ending was so.
The ending is good. It ends with
I do have a thorn though, and I thought I wouldn't have a thorn with this movie.
Okay, before we get into it though, before we get into our reviews.
Yeah.
Okay, so this movie does end on Bella reaching the end of her the beginning of the end of whatever. It's like
of her growth. She's now fully realized. Her brain is realized.
Her coming of age journey has ended, but the rest of her life awaits.
Yes.
So and she's got her own little family, her own little world, and it includes a human goat.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Who like also I was also thinking I have to speculate. I have to like do an alternate ending to this because I thought that I was gonna have
me too.
Willem Dafoe, her dad's brain implanted into Hot Colonel, and then her falling in love with Hot Colonel in like a really perked out way.
You literally took the words out of my mouth.
We're sliding doors.
You took the words out of my mouth because I thought that's where it was going. And then when I realized that wasn't where it was going, before we get to see the human goat, I thought we were going to get a Mars Attacks Chihuahua with a human head on it.
I
And it
thought
didn't
about
go
Mars.
that direction.
I thought Mars Attacks too, by the way.
John, I did think that she was going to save Godwin, but she didn't.
She could have put his
Spoiler alert,
brain.
she could have, but she didn't. That's the only
science.
spoiler. Rest in peace, Godwin, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he did express that he wanted this to happen.
Yes.
So she could have easily plopped that brain into somebody else and
into a different body,
and then gotten busy with it.
At which I don't doubt she would have.
Yeah. But that's Poor Things.
We didn't tell you anything. Everybody,
we told you everything and nothing, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
And I'm so glad that we didn't, because like this is one of those things where I'm like, you have to see it to believe it.
You do, and it's cinema.
This is cinema.
It's photography that's moving in pictures.
It's fashion. It is. It's everything you could want.
It's delicious details.
It's incredible acting.
A high level of taste.
Story, phenomenal.
Yeah, the story. It's while it's simple and like kind of a fable.
It is deep
and a fairy tale. It deals with some very deeply emotional things, and I think it could also get somewhat lost in how hypersexual it is, to the point where I found myself thinking, I was like, wait, am I missing a point? Like, why is there so much sex?
There's a lot of sex in this. There's a lot of sex in this movie. And we're not kidding. If you guys cringe at this, first, don't watch this with your parents.
Don't watch it with parents. Don't watch it with kids.
Absolutely do not watch this with children.
No. Watch it by yourself in an AMC movie theater.
Or watch it with a friend who also enjoys movies and can look past the fact that this
who also is an appreciator of movies and things.
Right.
But I mean, but it did get for me, I don't know about for you, Travis, but it was like, during like the second act, the second part of the second act, I was like, whenever she's like in the brothel, I was just like, why are we going down this road so hard? Why is sex so much a part of her coming of age? And why is she so obsessed with it? And like, why is it such a thing in the movie?
See, I kind of thought that too. The thing is like, yes, it is gratuitous, but there was a thing about this, maybe not. It is graphic.
Yeah, I didn't really like criticize it, but the question was raised because like I wanted to be like in the movie, and I wanted to be like along for the story and being like rooting for her. But I'm like, what is she trying to do with all of this?
Yeah, I didn't know what she was trying to accomplish. But the thing is maybe I missed that part, because the thing is there were a lot of times when I was watching this that I did feel a little bit like there was a sensory overload.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I missed a bit of what she was trying to learn through all of it.
Yeah, because she sort of rendered passive while she's just getting railed.
But she's not even passive, because she does create this element where she's like, if I don't get to choose who this is, I'm going to choose to learn something about this person before I let them enter me.
Right. That is a thing. And she's like, let's do something new here. You know,
because she wants to make it more enjoyable. She wants to make it more than just this thing that happens, because she doesn't have control, and she's trying to make money, and she's going to school, and she's learning to be a scientist and a doctor while also making money, where doing something she loves, which is having sex
on her own.
And
and also I feel like maybe that kind of like taking it all as it comes is a sort of a metaphor in a lot of ways for life in general, where you're just like, I feel like whenever you're coming of age, whenever you're just an adult, just barely an adult in your 20s, you're sort of just like throwing yourself around and getting fucked in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And but not literally, but like you're just sort of like going with the punches, trying to learn and experience as much as you can to find out where your place is and who you are and what your own perspectives are and where like and you're gonna find where you're gonna land eventually.
Yep. But
And
also, I have no issue. I can tell you this right now.
yeah.
Just despite all of that, and I think it's smart of you to say, like, I do think it's kind of metaphorical in the way that life does fuck you no matter what. Like, you don't have a choice of
Yeah,
what
like
gets thrown at you.
sometimes life is some weird old man humping your leg while you're suspended by your wrist in a ball gag.
Yep, and you look hot wearing epaulets. Like, I don't know what else to
True.
say. Like,
Yeah.
here we are. I can't.
I'm not being prudish about the whole thing at
No,
all.
I don't think you are at all.
Like,
I truly don't.
because yeah, like I don't think it like diminishes Emma Stone's performance at all. I don't think that it I know it's like really risky for actresses to show that much that long and that hard, but like I
Yeah.
think but I think that eyes are going to be criticizing her performance and like docking her points for that, unfortunately. But like
I don't
I
know.
I don't at all. Like I think that she like delivered masterful performances
Do you want to know?
while being eaten out.
Do you want to know who she just gave a run for her money?
Who?
Mama Mia.
Oh yeah.
Mia Goth and Emma
Sorry, Mia
Stone.
Goth.
I don't know what to say about this. I want a pin now of
Maxine
Bella
who?
Baxter
Yeah.
to match the side.
We're gonna pit them against each other.
They're not even pitted. Next
Right.
up, that's who we need together.
Mm-hmm.
These two people, Emma Stone and Mia Goth, in a movie together. Imagine the powerhouse.
Yeah. And I feel like this is such an interesting choice for Emma Stone, and we're getting to know this new version of Emma Stone that we've never seen before because she's coming out with a lot of things.
Well, she rose to prominence with Super Bad, like
how many years ago?
So many years ago. And then she made a movie called Easy A, which is a cult classic and also hilarious, which she has never watched. And I think she was kind of she was like this new redhead in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I don't think she was really given an opportunity to shine the way she has lately.
Yeah, I think she has, though, but not in the way that she has, like you said.
In The Favorite and this, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I would not. You want to know what I will say about her in this movie? Is it weird? It's not even weird. I didn't think I was watching Emma Stone when I was watching this. It didn't look like her.
I think it's because she's so
like her.
She's so in a character. And usually whenever Emma Stone pops up on screen, you're like, holy shit, gorgeous model person doing really great acting. But this time around, she was fully in it. And like, I think also, okay, so I have to mention there's this show on Paramount Plus. Showtime Paramount Plus.
I was going to ask you if you started watching it with her in it.
Because did you see that it was on your feed?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm using Travis's account to watch Emma Stone and The Curse.
Because I can't wait to watch it, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it explores, I mean, it's Emma Stone in something completely different and new, but also while being Emma Stone at the same time.
I can't wait to watch it.
She's doing amazing work right now. I think we're in an Emma-sance. Emma Stone-a-sance.
Love that.
Thank you. I love that for her.
Emma-sance, it works.
It's an Emma-sance. And I think she's making very good choices.
Me as well. So should we get into, so let's get into, I'm going to break it down super quick, my Rose and Thorn, because we have been applauding this movie the whole time. You can already tell how much we like it. So my Rose, basically everything. I don't have very many complaints on this movie.
That's very valid. Yes.
My Thorn is, and I don't want to get into too many details, when it's discovered what her real name is and her former husband comes back. I wanted a bit more of a climax with that, but I will tell you,
they're running out of time. Run out of time.
They were running out of time, and they did a great job creating that character because he was a fucking monster. But
Oh, gorgeous though.
oh my gosh.
Ugh, you need to watch him in this movie called Possessor, which is Baby Cronenberg's movie.
Oh, Possessor. You've told me about this.
You need to watch it because he is one of the stars in there,
Okay.
and you get to see a lot.
Oh, good. I'm so down. But that's literally my only thorn, and it's like a baby thorn because like it didn't do much damage.
Thorn.
I feel like that sequence was a bit rushed.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm not going to say anything else other than that.
Yeah, true.
What's your rose and your thorn?
Okay, my rose and thorn are similar to yours. I do agree. Cinematically, this is an amazing, surreal, harkening back to the pre-talkie movies.
Okay.
Whenever they were very German expressionist, very like film school references, which I really appreciated, and very deliciously executed. The wardrobe better win an Oscar.
Oh my God,
It's
dude.
so
No,
good.
not just the wardrobe. I'm talking set design. I'm talking.
Yep. It's all there. It's like everybody's at the top of their game.
Right. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah. It's something that we haven't seen before, and I've been craving weird originality. And while this is based on a book, it was original, gorgeous, amazing.
It's really good.
Still didn't make any money, so that sucks.
That does suck. Technically, it's a flop at this point.
Yeah, that sucks for originality. But I would say the biggest rose was Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo.
Their dynamic was incredible.
Also, Rami Youssef is so subtle in his performance and his comedy.
Like, but it works every time.
His little quiet reactions to things is so good.
Yeah.
His reaction shots were so funny and so cute and adorable.
Yeah.
And I also, Willem Dafoe's belch bubbles were disgustingly beautiful.
Right. I don't know how they merged those two together.
I was like, what? Yeah. And I do need Frenchie Goose.
I need Frenchie Goose too.
I need Frenchie Goose.
I get it.
Yeah, so my thorn though was gonna have to be I feel like they could have abridged the brothel and gave that time real estate to the portion of the third act that is where she goes back to her old life.
Yes, because I wanted to see more of a dynamic between the help, who would not talk to her, who apparently she was a total monster before she forgot everything.
She was a cruel person before she died and became Bella. And I think that
I agree with you 100%
I think because
on that.
Right, because that while all of her experiences are very formative, I think she really has a conscious turn of who she wants to be while she's in that really dark spot of her past.
Okay.
And it's too abridged for me.
Okay. I agree with you 100% because each act felt like its own story within this whole story.
Yeah.
And the fact that the end of it, I wanted her to have make some sort of amends with the help to try and be like, this isn't who I am. I'm so sorry. I don't know what my past is. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And we didn't get enough of that to where I'm like, the character, like, it was a means to an end. Literally, I think that story was.
Yeah, it was like it was a wrap it up.
Yeah, like it was like, okay, clock's ticking.
And I was even as an audience member, I was like, when is this gonna stop? Because runtime is very important to me.
Same. You and I talk about it constantly, but
I mean, I don't think it should have been like a longer 3-hour movie.
No,
and given that more breath, I think that they should have shortened the brothel scene because I feel like she learns the least through that segment than she does at any other point in the story. That chunk of in the brothel, like for me, it went on too long, and I'm not a prude, but it just character wise, she didn't have the biggest turn in that chapter of her life. Uh, it was a lot of other things.
It was a lot. There was a lot happening.
Yeah, I wanted more of that, like because I did feel like very like dreadful in that in the whenever she was with her old life, her old husband. I felt
so good.
I felt a lot of dread, a lot of
The
tension.
tension.
And I was like, ooh, let's see where this goes.
They
But
created a good, and it didn't go very far,
yeah.
unfortunately.
And we knew that as an audience member. We're like, we know we've been in here for like almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So we know this isn't going to last very long. So I can't really sink my teeth into it.
Which I did want to.
Yeah.
I wanted to sink my teeth into that relationship way more, but that's okay. It's what it is. It's what it is. And
because it didn't ruin the movie.
No.
Mm-mm. But yeah, I loved it.
I kind of loved this movie too.
I loved it. I feel like I loved it even more that I got to see it in the theaters, which I think this is the first time we've ever watched a movie in the theater and talked about it.
There was one other time. I think.
Was it?
No, maybe there wasn't.
Maybe there wasn't.
No, this was.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad we were able to do it.
I think we need to do it more often. It gets me excited.
Samesies, because I think there's going to be, I hope there's a lot of good stuff coming out. We're not going to go into it.
By the way,
we're not going to go into it, but there were some trailers that we watched in this that honestly,
okay. Yeah. What are you going to say?
There were some where I was like,
what trailers did you get? Because I was thinking about this before we got on, and I wanted to ask you, what trailers did you get to see?
I got one about the dolls, the gay girls. Did you see that? Was that one of them?
Nuh-uh.
What?
The gay girls?
Yeah, the lesbians who accidentally are in that movie with Matt Damon. And do we have different trailers?
I think we had different trailers.
Son of a beef.
I don't know what you're talking about. What
it actually looked really entertaining.
Okay.
It looked really entertaining.
I got a new Diablo Cody movie that's very...
Which one? What's it called?
It's Elisa Frankenstein.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Okay, hold up. No, we're not going into trailers.
No, we have to, because we had to talk about it. I was so curious about what your trailers were.
We got one where these girls are like, we're going to move to this part of the country, and they pop into this place to rent a car, and they're going to Tallahassee, Florida. And it turns out that car was rented for other people, and there's a case in the trunk. And they get a flat tire and open the trunk, and all shit breaks loose. And we have Beanie Feldstein in it. It's a lesbian comedy, and it has Matt Damon in it somehow.
Wow.
Yeah, it has what's his name? Matt Damon, famous for the F word. Also not famous for anything else.
You might know him by the F word.
Yes, coming to HBO next year, the F word. Not to be mistaken for the L word. Then so
very good.
Yes. So then there were some other trailers. There was one with Anthony Hopkins in it where I was like, girl.
Oh, I got that one too. Where
could the marketing be so boring?
I know, but they were like trying to make it like a thriller. What's it called?
The one about Freud's last whatever.
The last session of Freud, and he's interviewing C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever.
I got that one. And then I got
there was one about a gay couple, another gay couple. It was called We're All Strangers or something.
Oh, I got strangers. That one too. Yeah. We're all of us strangers.
Yes, all of us.
And all I could think about was like The Stranger, where John, you make your hand fall asleep.
Right. Right. You sit on your hand and you're like, oh yeah. I couldn't tell if I want to watch that or not. I don't know. Yeah. The marketing was weird.
I'm sure it's going to be like beautiful, gorgeous art house, like two dudes getting busy who like everybody has a crush on. Like everybody loves Paul Mescal and Hot Priest from Fleabag.
Yeah, but also like I didn't understand what they were trying to tell us with that.
I think it's like time travel, and
is it?
I think it's time travel.
Oh,
I think it's a love story, time travel-y, emotional.
huh.
But
I wasn't
yeah,
feeling those emotions watching the trailer.
yeah, I
And
was
then I
largely
can't remember what
confused.
the other one was because I was just waiting for the movie to start.
Yeah, so I got Lisa Frankenstein, which
That sounds
I
incredible.
can you think about that name for a second? So
Yes, I can.
Diablo Cody.
John, Lisa Frank had a thing in Tucson and her thing is still there. The Lisa
Yeah.
Frank building.
Yeah. So Lisa Frankenstein looks very Jennifer's body, but
Yes, I cannot
like
wait.
on roids. And then I got the Mean Girls musical trailer and I
We didn't get
rolled
that.
my eyes.
I did not get that. Although I will say this, Renee Rapp, who plays
Sure.
Regina George, is incredible.
Gorgeous.
She has an
Amazing.
album out now that you all should listen to called Snow Angel. It's really good.
Yeah,
She's
she's
really good.
an exceptional talent and personality. But I can't say that the Lisa Frankenstein trailer really left an impression upon me by its soundtrack.
Gosh, why didn't we get that one?
It was
We
like
got
heavy bass pop EDM, and it's all hardcore 80s.
I
Like
am
so good. Yeah.
it's definitely based off the market. It is geographical marketing. They have
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
they're
think so
trying to.
too. Yeah. I got like one other one that I can't remember, but that was like basically it. It took like 30 minutes to get through them all.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys, we've been flapping our gums for a while, flapping our flaps
Having the
for a bit.
best time in the world.
I haven't actually had a bad time at all.
I've had the best time.
Well, we always have the best time. Do you want to? So, do we want to get into our review of it all?
Yeah. Yeah. So out of those roses and thorns, okay. So Travis.
So, wait, let me give it to you first.
Okay.
So, out of 10, out of 10 apples, out of 10 apples that somehow found their way to a different set of lips at breakfast.
Yeah.
What would you give this movie?
So out of 10 apples that somehow found their way to a different set of lips at breakfast, I would have to give this a 9. I know I give lots of 9s here.
No, you don't. Actually, I think we're pretty good about it.
Okay, yeah, but this is for sure a 9. It's so up my alley. It's weird, it's original, it's beautiful performances. I've been an Emma Stone fan since the beginning of time. Right. And I'm so interested in her career journey, even if she's even interested in that herself. I don't think so anymore, but
I think she's just doing whatever sounds fun for her.
Yeah, and it's working for her, and like good on her. She obviously has an amazing life and an amazing time.
Right.
And I think she's definitely going to get nominated in some regard.
If she doesn't, I don't know. Okay, the thing is, it's like this year's been rough for movies. So I don't know who is or what is going to be up against this, but I think she's going
to be up against Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore, nominated in the same category. I'm certain of it, and Emma Stone.
My prediction for what Emma Stone wears on the red carpet will be very reminiscent of something she wore in this movie. It's going to be shoulder, bitch. And she is going to be stunning. I cannot wait to see what Emma Stone wears on the red carpet. I shit you not. It has to mirror the character.
It's better be good. But I love like the theme of that short chiffon, like the chiffon.
Me too. Those shorts matched with and then she has her little lace up boots. John, I live for the wardrobe in this movie.
I know. It's so good. It's like insane, surreal, elevated Victorian curtains.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So you, Travis.
Okay.
So out of 10, so out of okay, here we go. So out of 10, I blank every single time.
How about this?
Oh, you're so much better at this than I am.
Out of 10 Bella only gets the dead ones and then proceeds to stab the eyes out of a corpse.
Oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, there you go. So
Which
out
I
of 10, Bella only gets the dead ones and then stabs the eyes out of a corpse with glee.
so much joy she had. John, and I don't do this often, despite whatever, I'm giving this movie a 10.
Ooh, I
This
feel like
is this is legit
Travis
a 10 for
10.
me.
I don't know if we've ever given a 10 here before.
There have been 10s.
Pearl was a 10.
Pearl was a 10.
That makes sense.
But this is all of our own opinion, obviously. I don't know what the other people have to say.
Yeah.
For me, this movie gave me 10. It gave me everything I wanted.
Everybody was operating on a 10.
Despite my thorn, yes, I do wish we would have had more in the third act, but the elements all wrapped up together, I can't.
They did.
I can definitely see it being 9. That's fine.
Sure.
But for me, I'm not giving it a 9 because this is a 10 for me.
I feel like it's a well-deserved 10.
Critically,
yeah.
Yes. Because and I bet based off of some of the things we said.
Yeah. So
but I'm no critic, and my opinion,
you are a critic, and you're one of the best movie critics in the business right now. I think so.
10 for me.
Yeah. Whenever I need to know something good about movies, I ask Travis. If we hop, skip, and a jump and have a journey over to rottentomatoes.com.co.uk, Poor Things gets a tomatometer of 93%.
Oh, you're so much closer than I am, though.
No, but I mean, 9. I'm surprised at this.
Why?
Surprised at this number because the critics are fucked up.
What about do we have Metacritic though? Because that also plays in. Like I know Metacritic's different than Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, interesting. But the audience score was a 95%.
Oh,
it is a beloved movie.
This movie's good. It's a really good.
However prudish you might be with like sexual intercourse, you cannot deny that this movie is like anything less than a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
But what I remember Metacritic from back in the day. Is that still a thing?
I believe it is.
Metacritic. Oh, that sounds so like industrial, bureaucratic. Let's see. Poor Things, Metacritic. So we have, how do they do things over here? Oh my. Okay, so Metascore is universal acclaim is 87 out of 100.
Okay.
And the user score of Metacritic is 7.9. That sounds very like weird and subjective.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, technically, I guess, yes, it is subjective because like I gave it a 10 when like, honestly, its flaws do deserve one less of a point. I'm sorry to say that. I do agree with that. But like for me, it gave me a 10.
It was a full 10. Mark Ruffalo was a 10.
If he does, and he will get nominated. For sure.
Oh yeah.
When he tells her to shut the fuck up in the snow while she's talking about how she's a terrible person, how she could be a little more this and this. And
I was like, oh my God. It's so that relationship where you're like
so good.
Like anybody who's been in a relationship before where they're extremely frustrated with their partner and doing that one annoying thing. That's what's exactly the tone that goes through your mind.
And John, it hits every note perfectly. I don't understand how. Talent. I think we've all been sleeping on Mark Ruffalo.
I think it's Marvel movies. I think whenever you're in a Marvel franchise for so long, you literally don't have the time to do things like this.
Talk about sleeping on Mark Ruffalo.
Oh,
they did some furious jumping together, and it was good.
Emma Stone be sleeping on Mark Ruffalo.
Right. So I think that's it. You guys, we didn't give you anything but an hour and a half of like us having the most fun together.
Yeah. We just got out of this movie like a couple of hours ago, and I felt it was a great day.
I'm going to relive this. I'm going to think about this a lot.
I saw it alone. Did you watch it with somebody?
I did.
Oh, did
Yes.
Redacted go with you?
No, Redacted was supposed to go with me and we were supposed to go yesterday, but our plans changed abruptly. And 40 minutes before our showtime, I had to change the tickets. So I went with my dear friend, Nicole,
Oh,
who I used to
Nicole,
work
does she
with.
love it?
She loved it. She said, I
Cool.
have to listen to the episode because I need to know what John has to say.
Oh, okay, cool. Like,
She doesn't know you, but she loves and is obsessed with you. It's just
hey,
FYI.
Nicole, also love and obsess you by way of Travis singing your praises.
John, you would love her.
Uh,
She's our cup of tea.
I love my cup of tea, and I love your cup of tea, and I love our cup of tea.
Yeah, she's it.
I feel like we like our tea a specific kind of way.
Yeah, the temperature's just right.
Yeah, and it's just bitter enough.
It's a very specific cup of tea.
Yeah. But that's Poor Things, everyone.
Poor Things. We told you nothing. Go watch this movie. Seriously, go watch this movie.
And we're gonna have to see you at the movies.
Roll the credits, you corpse dong that just gets picked up and then like
just tussled a little,
and the elasticity's still there, which is fun. So it's pulled and then shot right back into the body.
Loved it.
Anyway, roll the credits of that dong.
Dead ass dong.
Follow, rate, review, subscribe.
Yeah. Call to action, everyone.
That's it. Poor Things.
Bye.